well, no, that puddle was there when I pulled over. Yeah, I literally have photo of him pissing, and he's standing there with his hands on his dick. Oh, well, he could be doing anything. We have no evidence that that's piss. The fucking officer said that it was urine. She, I said, hey, there it is. She said, yep, there it is. These officers actively do not care about indecent exposure. Came here to file a complaint, and the supervisor said, oh, I'm not going to take your complaint because the officer and I did our due diligence and we looked at the body cam. We asked him and he said no, he didn't do that liquid was there when he got there. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, you need more than one witness for indecent exposure. No, this is bullshit. This is insanity. A freaking police department actively sees a man pissing. The footage shows him standing in front of the puddle, and they're like, well, they didn't do anything except for take two photos: a photo of the puddle of piss, and a photo from where I was when I first saw him. These officers do not care. They don't care. It's dereliction of duty. They didn't actually investigate. They didn't press the guy. The guy said, oh, well, we went and talked to him and we asked him, did you pee? And he said no. And we said, well, we had a photo. And he's like, well, that puddle was there when I got there. Well, you can't play that card. They're like, well, we checked all the cameras and we saw him pulling over there, but he could have just been pouring out a bottle of water. So you say that it didn't first the officer said that it did not show that there was no photo or video that showed him going over there. But then when I pressed him about Popeye's chicken, the officer said, well, we went and saw the video, and I was like, okay, did it show video of him driving over there? And he goes, well, he could have just drove over there and poured out a bottle of water. So you admit that on video, this dude was doing something with liquid outside of his car, but it wasn't urinating. So you could see that there was liquid being, evacuated, but it's not urine. Yeah, we got some kind of freaking live band over here. This is ridiculous. Every single time I have an issue with any criminal activity, this police department blows me off. They tell me to fuck off. They tell me, oh, we're not going to deal with you. I call up and I get labeled as a nuisance. These officers admitted that they saw video of him from Popeye's driving over to the spot where he pissed and said, well, it could have been a bottle of water he was pouring out. Hello? You're telling me that you have video of him driving over to a spot and taking something out of his pants and saying, oh, well, it might have been just water. It's like, no, that's not water. I literally saw the man exposing himself in public around a bunch of children, and the police department here says, well, we asked him and he said no, so we just kind of left it at that. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. This police department, anytime that I have an issue with anything at all, they blow me off. I had a crackhead at my house trying to break in. They blew it off, said, well, we'll be there in an hour or so. I called because the neighbor's house was being burglarized. It took them an hour to show up, and they let the guy go. Well, because it's his dad's house. And it's like, yeah, his dad's in prison, and he's literally taking shit and pawning it, saying that it's okay, my dad trusts me. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm currently outside my local police department because they pretty much say, no, No, we saw that he had, liquid coming out of an area that was near his genitals, but it could have been just him pouring out water. It's bullshit. I have an actual photo of him urinating, and they said it's not enough. It's not enough evidence. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I came here to file a complaint, and the officer didn't even want to take the complaint. He just came out yelling at me, telling me that we're in defense of his officer. No, my officer did her job. My officer did her job. She did her job. She went and asked the guy, and he said he didn't pee. That wasn't him peeing. This man exposed his genitals in an area where there was children to take a piss in a parking lot. And then when I called the police and took a photo of him, the police came and said, yep, that's a puddle of pee, but we're not going to charge him because he said he didn't do it. Yeah, absolute horseshit. It really is. It really is. Yeah. I mean, hell, if they can't even be trusted to check out a freaking indecent exposure guy and actually press him, then what are they doing? I mean, hell, I can't even get them to look into criminal activity of burglaries. They won't even look into that. They won't look up drug dealers. They won't do any of that. Hell, they pulled over Junior with 4 active warrants, 1 felony warrant for assault on a police officer, and they didn't even arrest him. They fist bumped him and told him to have a good night. This department, this entire department, is corrupt to the core. It's insane. It really is. It's like it's Saturday at 3 in the afternoon, and their department is closed. This is ridiculous. You got a parking lot full of police cruisers, a live band playing, and you've got officers that are like, no, we investigated by asking the guy if he's the one that actually took the piss. No, he didn't. He says he didn't. It's like, oh my God. You actually admitted that on camera that you saw him on camera taking a piss in the parking lot, and then you go, but it might have been water, so we can't actually take that to court. You have a witness. I literally described his genitalia to you. I told you what underwear he was wearing, and they're going, no, that's not enough. That's not enough. We need more evidence, more everything. Worst police department in history. I mean, good Lord. We've got people out here getting busted with cocaine and being let out on probation for, possession of a minor narcotic. They busted a person with 4 pounds of meth and let him out on probation. This is freaking crazy. This entire department, all they do is probation, telling people, well, the more people we have out on probation, the more money we make because they're paying fines instead of going to prison. This is why the whole city is so damn filled with criminals. They never arrest anybody. This guy had his freaking pecker out, wagging it around, pissing his name on the ground in a parking lot, and they're going, well, it could just be water. You could smell the piss. It was pungent. Absolute disgrace. This entire police department is a disgrace. Absolutely ridiculous. Can't trust any of the police here because, oh, hey, We know that you saw something, and we know that there was an issue, and we know that there was a yelling match. The fucking dispatcher told me to disengage when the guy started yelling at me. So that means his voice was picked up. His voice was picked up. So that means he had to have been heard. I mean, he had to have been heard. You got all these freaking police bullshit cars out here, but cops don't do a damn thing. It's ridiculous. Literally had this guy wagging his dick at me, and they go, well, we're not going to press charges because that could have just been a bottle of water on the ground. No, it couldn't. You literally smell piss. You literally smell piss, and you see that he's standing in front of a pool of piss in the photo. Oh, well, that could have been anything. I talked with the officer. No, you're a dirty cop. Any cop that goes, well, I snapped a picture and I asked the guy, so that's enough for me. No, it's not enough for me. It's just a bunch of dirty cops. I'm too stressed for this. I gotta go home. I'm done.